I can barely hear you as though you're like a mile away.
Awesome. That's because you're on my Bluetooth.
Yeah, you're
But I didn't want to be late.
You didn't want to be late. All right. Are you like not home yet?
I am at home.
Okay, so you're setting up your usual bull.
No.
Your laptop caught on fire.
I am like dealing with fire right now.
The Dracofunk has left the arena.
Hello?
Hey, now you're really loud and clear.
Yeah, in hindsight, I should have just been 3 minutes late.
Yeah, there would have been the horrific consequences of me being like, oh, sometimes he's running a little late. No big deal. I'm glad you spared me from that horrific fate.
My door didn't close. Hold on.
Yeah, I had that problem too.
I'll put it on Bluetooth while I'm going to the door.
Oh, God. Wow.
Well, we have learned something.
I have certainly learned something, but you go first because I think mine's different.
Bluetooth sucks on Discord.
Yes, it does. You want to know what I learned?
What did you learn?
Your door sounds an awful lot like the old AOL Instant Messenger, like online and offline noise. You know, where the door would open or close?
Mm-hmm.
Like, your door actually sounds a lot like that.
Great. Now we're going to get a copyright strike.
Yes, from AOL Instant Messenger, which I do believe suspended operations in like 2011, maybe later.
So that being said, remember our conversation from last week?
I do, in fact, remember it. Because I listened to it again, like, not 20 minutes ago. Which part?
We got to look at this as, a serial, and it's just the Picard story, and
that is all true. Where did I put this? Because that reminded me that I had jotted down at least one talking point that I wanted to bring up. That we should probably run the theme song before we do that. You want to start the episode?
Let me get a drink of beer.
Okay, let me fill up my water cup, actually, so I'll be right back. Keep all these weird noises in over the theme song.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. What else could I do? I just stand at the doorway and you. I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk, but I'm caught outside the bar talking to a flip.
Damn it, I spilled my beer.
No. All right, I'm back.
I'm not. It spilled right into the power strip.
Oh, you actually spilled your beer badly and in a damaging way.
You thought I was just yelling that?
I thought you were. I said leave all the funny noises in for the theme songs. I thought that'd be funny, and I thought you were overacting it for.
I was, and then I spilled my beer while I was doing it.
Go team! Best podcast.
It's fine.
We're all fine here now.
Okay,
How are
continue
you?
the theme song.
Yeah. You're gonna have to find a whole bunch of really good record scratch sound effects. Cut it out and then back in. By the way, the crickets were a really nice touch in episode 2.
Well, thank you. I found some non-copyrighted crickets because
went out and hunted down a bunch of them with a microphone. Come on, guys, come on.
And then I gave up on that, and I just downloaded one.
You gave up on that and just Googled it, right? Yeah. Okay, should we start the episode?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Internet! Highway 47 here, watching some Star Trek again. I am Shaggy B. With me is Dracofunk.
I really spilled my beer, and it really sucks. But I didn't spill the whole beer, just a little bit of it.
And he set the tone for what is likely to be... I'm sorry, we were going to look at this a different perspective. Welcome to a great, awesome episode of a TV show that has nothing to do with Star Trek, even though it has Star Trek written on it.
That's wrong, too.
That is wrong, too, I guess.
This is still Star Trek. It's not The Next Generation. It's not Voyager. It's not Deep Space Nine.
Right, it just features all the characters from Next Generation and a plot left over from a Next Generation movie. Has nothing to do with Next Generation.
Stop it.
We are watching.
If we were reviewing The Next Generation and we had just watched the third episode, what would you be saying?
Yeah, a lot of the same things, I'm sure. Like
that, you would be saying, going off on how that was the most racist thing you've ever seen, and like you don't know if you can watch the fourth episode.
I don't think I ever said that I wasn't sure if I could watch the third episode. I did say that I didn't care what happened in the third episode.
Okay.
And having said that, not caring what's going on is by no means a disqualifier for me to actually do something.
I am still looking forward to things that I think are coming.
Yeah, and having given a week to like kind of, not stare at A camera, B camera threats to each other for 30 minutes. I am a little more optimistic than I was a week ago. I will concede.
They have not screwed this up like, Star Wars.
That's true.
There's crickets again.
But a lot of what I said last week, I think still stands. I do think this is probably going to be the plot from the Ashes of Eden, just with Captain Picard instead of Captain Kirk. It's setting itself up to be that. And that was a decent book, as Star Trek novels go. So, there's potential there. Yeah, I haven't jumped ship just yet. I suppose. But I did want to bring up I wanted to bring up a point that I thought of this week. Which and I need to bounce this off of you and get some back and forth on it.
Okay.
So this is a point of minutia and
ooh, minutia.
Yes, and of course the response is going to be that I shouldn't worry about the details to that degree. But this again, even if it's not, it is Star Trek. It has the word Star Trek written on it, and that's what you do with Star Trek is worry about minutia, right? So they established in the last episode that this takes place in the year 2399. Okay. They established that by saying 14 years ago, this thing happened in 2385 on screen, which means it is true, right? If they put it on the screen in Star Trek, that means that is the way it is, right? We can at least agree on that. If they put a date on the screen, then that's the date that they mean to put on the screen, right?
Okay.
Right. So 2399, right. Do you happen to know what year, according to the Star Trek canon, Jean-Luc Picard was born?
No.
2305. So the character of Jean-Luc Picard is 94 years old in this series.
Okay.
Now, I would submit to you that even with, assumed advances in medicine, that's a bit of a stretch for what he's able to do and the way he's able to do things so easily and fluidly. And Patrick Stewart isn't young by any means. He's close to 80, 79 or 80. But there's a big difference between 80 and 94.
Can I give some perspective on this?
Sure.
Counter at Farpoint, Dr. McCoy was allegedly 137.
Right, 137, yeah.
So, medical technology, life expectancy, I can see this.
Right.
And that's going to be how I'm going to
I think
rationalize it.
I think I can swallow it, but it's like, what am I hearing in the background making noise? Hang on a second. Okay, I know what it was. I have a Bluetooth light bulb. Hang on, I need to send a quick message. All right, just needed to explain that happened. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, Picard, 94 years old. Yeah, I think it's a pill I can swallow, but it's a big one. 94 years old is very, very old, and I don't know. It's really, really close to the limit of what I think I can handle. But I will say that that is kind of, I mean, they purposely did that in casting the next generation, right? They cast actors who were far younger than the characters were supposed to have been for everybody. With the idea being that and medicine and all that stuff was so much better in the future. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, but I mean, I can see that. I think I can take that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I need to see more. I mean, if he ends up in a gunfight and stuff like that, I mean, the blast from the explosion of the overloaded weapon was I don't. Okay, I'm no doctor, right? I don't work in medicine or anything like that, but Can you really through medicinal treatment change how survivable a bomb is in old age?
I'm just going to throw this out here. I mean, anybody can debunk or say anything, but in the end, he survived it through the miracle of plot. I can give you precedent where it has killed an explosion that close has killed somebody, or where it didn't. Most recently, I don't think you were at my house. One night we were playing a game, maybe D&D. Dracofunk, I know, was there, and we heard what sounded like something hit my house and couldn't figure it out what it was, but there had been an explosion in a plant, and the plant had exploded, and the pressure wave hit my house. It sounded like something hit my house, and there were two gentlemen missing. One of them, they found him. He was badly hurt, but okay. The other guy, 6 hours in, they presumed the worst. They still hadn't found him, and his family, I'm sure, is like worried sick, and he just wanders out of the woods. He'd been knocked a good amount of distance into the woods, knocked out unconscious, and he woke up 6 hours later in the woods. Walked out, and I guess he wasn't like fine, but he walked out on his own, and
right. Yeah, I mean, and I guess and now that I'm thinking of it, the character Jean-Luc Picard, he has an artificial heart, and presumably that when compared to the heart of even a physically fit and lifetime active 94-year-old man, I'm sure the artificial heart is sturdier, and things like that, and presumably there's some kind of space age pacemaker that controls it instead of the usual whatever electrical systems and nerves and stuff control the heart. And Yeah. Okay. I'm on the fence. Like I'm not. I see what you're getting at, and I can accept it, but I'm still kind of like.
I mean, if you want to be honest, we can go and nitpick all the times Picard should have died, all the times something else should have killed him.
Yeah.
Throughout the Next Generation, the movies.
Did they? That reminds me. Did they mention the oh gosh, what was the name of the episode? The one with the one where he got the tapestry. May have been called Tapestry. The one with the duck blind and the aliens who kind of look like Vulcans and Romulans, and they were like,
was that First Contact or Who Watches the Watchers?
Might have been Who Watches the Watchers, where they thought he was a god, right? They thought Picard was a god, and he beamed down and they shot him with an arrow. That episode. Did they mention the artificial heart in that episode, or did they just like save him and never say anything about it because they shot him in the heart?
I want to say they did. I'm pretty sure Beverly might have said something, and this could just be making up a memory of, it's a good thing you had an artificial heart or you'd be dead.
Well, okay, so there's our precedent.
we will find out when we get to that episode, once you catch up on your editing and we can get back to a normal schedule.
Once we actually do what we used to do, yes, that is true. Okay. All right. Well, it was worth bringing up and discussing. Let's see how it unfolds.
Scrodrick, tell us about this episode. Wait, that's not what he tells us. I tell you about the episode.
That's you.
Let me have some more beer.
Yes, please.
Dracofunk, tell us about this episode. Oh, okay. Well, the name of this episode is The End is the Beginning.
Oh, good, because I thought it was just the end.
The End is the Beginning. It has an IMDb rating of 7.5.
No, it's just as good as the last one.
No, better than the last one.
Oh, well,
I said 7.5. I am mistaken. 7.7.
Have another sip there. 7.7. Okay. So better than the last one. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The end is the beginning. As in the human adventure is just beginning? As in...
all good things?
As in all good things must come to a beginning?
Finished my beer.
Good idea.
Not really, because I spilled, some of it.
Yeah. I strongly considered going out and getting some beer before we recorded this tonight, but...
Opening another one.
So the end is the beginning. 7.5 on IMDb. And
7.7.
7.7, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
Well, I just, I didn't want to make you feel bad, so I got it wrong too.
Thanks.
Yeah, anytime, man. We're friends. That's what friends are for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're watching this on CBS All Access.
That's right. And we are watching it without commercials. You may find that there are commercials when you watch it. And if that is true, that sucks to be you, I guess.
We'll try and let you know we're really bad at it, though.
Yeah, we'll let you know where we think there might have been commercials, had there actually been commercials in the version that we were watching. We have also noticed up to this point there are there's a little... They baked an advertisement for their own service that you're already paying for into the beginning of the video, which is not an annoying thing at all, but it's just a thing that you should just expect and deal with, because why would it be any different? Why does life have to be good and pleasant? You should just tolerate things because that's who you are. Just stay in line, conform.
Shaggy.
We'll tell you when that's over and when the episode starts.
So what you want to do is get the episode queued up at 0.
Do I have the episode queued up at 0? I do. Good for me. And then once the episode's queued up at 0, I thought you were going to keep going. Once the episode's queued up at 0, just, hang loose for a minute or so until we give you the countdown.
Yeah, Shaggy B will give you a countdown from 5, usually.
Usually at 5.
You're gonna screw us up today and start at 6.
Well, I thought about it, but then I figured you would expect it, and then you would point it out, and so it would ruin the joke. So I won't do it this time.
Did I just mess it up?
You kind of did.
You're going to do it like 3 episodes later.
And see, you know me too well now. I'm going to have to do it 2 episodes ago.
Damn, I didn't see that one coming.
That's right. I'm going to download the audio. I'm going to edit it, but I'm going to say like the number 6 in like a really weird voice. Sort of like, we're starting the episode in 6, 5. Number 3 will be changed to, something. What?
I'm just gonna bleep that.
Just gonna bleep that out.
Just bleep that one out.
5, 4, 3, horsecock, 1. Anyway,
I'm gonna leave that one in.
Absolutely, nothing wrong with that. Jesus Christ!
It's Valentine's Day, everybody. Are you with the one you love?
Are you with your number 2? Or was it 3? I don't remember. Which one did I just replace?
What?
Never mind. Anyway, so once you're all set up with your Videomatron there on your Blu-rays and your Green Rays and your Hulus and your CBSs and all that stuff, what with what the kids are watching their videos on, then just hang back, motivate your tendrils. There's a new one. Over to that play button, and then when the countdown finishes, hit play, and then
you know how to do this by now.
I hope so. Do I need to say any more, really?
Yeah, you need to do the countdown.
Okay, let's do that. All right, this is Star Trek Picard, Episode 3. The end is the beginning, is the end, is the beginning, is the end also. And it's also the end, and we are starting off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Except that there is an ad baked in. It's 8 seconds long, and it ends now. All right, let's see if we hear the F-bomb. Oh, they just gave away who the Zhat Vash is.
That was in the last episode.
I know, but they just like, the Zhat Vash, and then took away all the mystery by turning the camera straight to the... Oh, that's right, they had sex. Let's point that out, because sex is sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's the Mars thing. Remember that? Remember how Mars got destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah, by androids. Like that one. One minute and 45 seconds summed up what episode 2 took 45 minutes to have happen.
Starfleet headquarters, 14 years ago.
Oh. He looks a lot older 14 years before that.
Actually, they did a pretty good job of making him look younger than he...
Yeah. Well. Huh.
Yeah.
I kind of like those uniforms, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of what human nature does. Why are you still wearing your com badge then? No, that's what Riker did. Okay, who is she?
Raffi, that's the
Yeah, but okay, I'm just going to throw this out there. Raffi is the name of the person or the group or whatever that made the song Banana Phone, and it's sticking in my head every time they say her name. Do 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 do.
Is
You
it
know,
ringing in your head?
it is. It's ringing in my head. And she's wearing yellow, and it's just, you know, Santiago Cabrera.
So, this tidbit, Admiral, what is Chansey,
Uh-huh.
was an ensign on the Enterprise D in an
Oh.
episode who was
Cool.
referenced, and they had the same actress play her.
Sweet.
Just an interesting bit of trivia.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of expect a lot of that. I hope they do a lot of it anyway. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
See, look how positive I'm being, Dracofunk.
I see.
I'm being a good boy. God damn it, Alex Kurtzman. You know, he's not all bad.
It's not as good as the Voyager theme, but this isn't a bad theme.
It's way better than Enterprise.
And we're back.
Yeah, on maybe Mars. Probably not. Oh no. Okay.
This is where they shot the fight scene from. Oh, what episode was that? The Gorn episode.
Yeah, I know which one. Yeah.
Clancy, that's what it was. Not
Yeah.
Chansey. Chansey's like a Pokemon, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And they're appearing this weekend for Valentine's Day. Oh, good, she vapes.
You could have replicated some for yourself. Come on.
Yeah, why is she living in a trailer in the desert anyway? Snigleaf?
Snake leaf.
You know, it's about time someone talked to Captain Picard like that. Because Cisco never had the balls to, and he should have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the boring ship. Sorry, the Borg ship.
Where they're not going to have an accidental assimilation.
Nope. All right, why do the guards have to wear GIMP masks? Oh, that's right, because this is the sexy plot.
What?
Is that guy the same guy as like the one lieutenant from the one Star Wars movie? Wait a minute. That's Hugh. That is absolutely Hugh.
It is.
That's totally Hugh. Oh, great. She found Jesus.
This sounds like a lot of the plot of Battlestar Galactica. Maybe she's like a Cylon.
That could be.
That's what happened to them. They found Jesus. Well, not exactly Jesus, just they found religion.
Right. Well, that's why they fired you.
Hmm. Hmm. Hey, it's the one girl.
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
Dr. something.
Oh, she has AirPods.
Why does she need someone?
Oh, commercial break.
Wee.
We're
We're
back.
back. So this is the Borg Asylum.
Hmm.
So Romulans didn't take to assimilation. Well,
They probably didn't take the assimilation well.
uh, want that ringtone. It's very Picard.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Oh, an A-Wing.
You know who I wish they would have gotten? Or who would have been funny?
Wait a minute. Well, yeah. Oh, there you go. When a man who hasn't left work with a sword sticking out of his shoulder tells you to sit down, you sit down. This guy's a nihilist, okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
No, that's a cigar.
I was going to say Okana.
So, you know that guy we called Edward?
The hipster?
Yeah, she's reminding me of a different Edward, the one from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, yeah.
Gornig!
Free Cloud?
Free Cloud. Freecloud.com.
Risky click of the day.
What is that accent supposed to be? I mean, at least it's, you know.
It's like a Brooklyn Irish accent.
It, you know, it's a Star Trek quality accent. That's, you know.
Didn't you hear Shrek was supposed to have a Canadian accent?
I did hear that.
What's this
I
about?
can't even imagine. Well, and apparently he would have looked different too. Like they had to rework the CG.
Don't you know?
So we've seen two smokers so far.
No, one was a vapor.
Okay, fair enough. Because they're completely different, as I've been told.
Yeah. Could take them all with you.
You could, yeah.
Commercial break.
Hey, what you said. Meanwhile,
I have one of those at my house. No, really, I have an outside door I've never used.
oh, I thought you meant a know-it-all. Hi, Dracofunk's family.
And a croque monsieur.
It's,
Artificial heart.
How many guns?
Tao Shiar. Come on, you can't tell me Garrick didn't have a gun hidden like in 8 places in his shop.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. Oh.
Hi.
No.
No. You could have just said, yeah.
It's all right. He's just a Romulan.
They're all dead.
They knew the risks when they signed up. All right, let's tell Shiara some information out of this guy.
Have some wine. Kind of want some wine.
She's not a Vulcan. If we didn't know that already, I know it because she was wearing sunglasses.
Vulcans aren't that cool.
No, Vulcans have a third eyelid that closes automatically in bright sun. She would never need sunglasses.
Spock needed sunglasses.
Spock was half human.
He had his thing burned off, remember?
That's true.
Really wanted her to say like the line from Kill Bill 2.
Yeah. I want to talk. Told you.
Romulan tarot cards.
They tell me when I need to go to the bathroom.
Mm.
Dying. Being exploded.
Mm. Are you the evil one?
Oh, Thaleron missed again.
You tell him, Hugh. Commercial break.
Whee!
We're back. What? What?
Some sort of subliminal reset code.
Oh, it's hipster. Edward.
Oh, good. Good. He's here. Tell me everything. I'm trustworthy. No, they don't.
No. No.
No. Thaleron spit. Oh, God damn it.
I know I just met you yesterday, but human. What the hell is going on back there?
It's I don't know.
Your face is a miscalculation.
It is. Look at it.
She just touch her brother's ass.
That's how you can tell they're the bad guys, because incest is only appealing to evil people.
All the other stuff I told her.
Yeah. Second. Oh. Synth, not Sith.
2 are there always. I just killed a man with a trident. And I killed a man. I killed 3 men. I also
Yep.
killed 3 men.
Ooh, Italy's bright. Drugs.
Her name's Agnes.
Drugs. Drugs. Drugs.
Drugs, 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 drugs.
Ticket.
I know that story.
Yes. Oh. All right.
This is going to be the end of the episode, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
But it's not the end. It's just the beginning.
And what does the ship do? It, like, kind of moves. You're not supposed to go to warp inside a star system because it's... Oh, okay, fine.
Oh, okay, I'm not going to watch what's next because I don't like previews. Listen.
Better than episode 2.
Yes, this was definitely better than episode 2. I feel like we've gotten somewhere. There was still more exposition than I would have liked. You want to know the truth, though?
What's the truth?
This is where they should have gotten by the end of the first episode.
Yes. That's exactly what I was going to say. There is no reason that would take 2.25 hours to get to where we're at. Like, they wasted a lot of our time.
That being said, though, I'm excited to see Hugh.
Yeah, that was really
that was
cool.
actually a really nice touch.
Absolutely. I appreciate whatever the other twin's name is, Dr. Asher, more now. She has more to her than being a like ridiculously naive little girl with superpowers who is the chosen savior of the universe. That will always infuriate me, but at least she has a little bit of a character now. Besides that, I despise hipster Romulan Edward, the asymmetrical snaggletooth moron. I may have never hated it, and that every time he's on screen, it like completely deflates my mood. But they are using that effectively.
Can you say that one more time because you cut out?
I don't think I can. It came from my soul, man. Like that, you can't just. Sometimes I pre-plan my opinions, and sometimes just the essence of reality just comes out of me, and then I have no idea what it is. But he is despicable in a way that is just like unbearable, but like actually works for the plot. I appreciate that there are things I can grab onto that are Star Trek lore now that I can use to predict where things are going in a way that makes me feel like I'm clever, rather than is just like starkly spelled out and makes me feel like I'm being treated like a child.
Growing pains.
Episode 3.
Has growing pains. It's better than Next Generation Episode 3.
Absolutely, much better than Next Generation Episode 3. Yeah, that's
like the biggest pile of ever in all of Trek, but
it's the worst thing ever.
It really was.
The episode where they went too fast, the episode where going fast turned them into lizards.
I always wondered what happened to their children.
Gotta go fast.
There were children, and they just abandoned them on a planet.
Their children are the species that eventually evolved into Sonic the Hedgehog. Bet you didn't know that movie coming out was a Star Trek movie, did you?
Yeah, there are those crickets again.
No, this was better. This was better. Picard feels like Picard now, and not just because we saw him, in a uniform. Although that helped, The CG they did to de-age him was pretty convincing. Not 100%. He still looked like from the neck down. He looked too thin. And I don't. They did
a good job. Come on.
Yeah, it's a good job, but it's not perfect. It's still CG. I don't have a whole lot more else to say about it. I really hope that they get to that Borg cube pretty quickly and they can get some motion going on that ship and I don't know. It really is now to the point that every time I cut to that Borg cube, like I'm just like, oh God, more of this. And I need that to change. I need that area, that zone, that setting to change. I need that to happen. I need it to happen soon. Please happen soon. But no,
that's kind of a neutral zone.
I hate you and everything you stand for. Oh, that was good. I'm a little more back on board after that. I really am.
Good. See, we'll get through this together, man.
Just keep your head in the game, brother. Don't let the Hulkamaniacs down, man. Dude, I said my prayers and I took my vitamins today, and you drank your beer. Christ. All right. So, okay. So far, episode 1 was like, Episode 2 was, Episode 3 was, okay. What do you predict for episode 4?
Oh, God. So, they took off. I have no idea where they're going.
Straight into the moon, it looked like.
Well, no, they're going to Free Cloud. So, what I predict is that Rafi isn't actually... She's going to go there for some no good stuff, but end up staying with them anyway. They're going to pick up a few more ill-begotten stragglers because he doesn't have a crew figured out.
Right.
For some reason, I really wanted his crew to be the crew from Firefly. I really did.
Cursing at each other in Chinese.
Yeah.
It could happen. I mean,
Yeah. I think Hugh's going to play a bigger part. They didn't actually say his name.
Yeah, she did. She did one time. You were talking over it, actually.
Oh,
yeah, you
okay.
missed it. Yeah. Yeah, it was really quick though. Like she was, blah 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 blah. Well, Hugh here, like she just said it once, and it was during the scene with the Romulan with the tarot cards and the guns and stuff. When she was starting to like divine all of the history of that woman from nowhere, like she just casually said, "Hugh over there." Yeah.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah.
Still, I think there's a lot of people who also miss this and aren't going to realize who he is.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, and I kind of like that. I mean, in a way, I kind of.
They also can I just say this about that?
Sure.
They did a good job of not outright telling us who he was. They introduced him, and they let us figure it out on our own. Gave us only a little bit of a hint.
Exactly. Everything I was saying about episode 2, show me, don't tell me. There's a great example of show and not tell.
Yes.
100%.
And I mean, this is the growing pains of any series. The first season always is not as good. The first season of The Next Generation was kind of like we had to keep our head in the games the whole time.
Next Generation may be honestly the worst or best, depending on how you want to phrase it. That it may be the most extreme example of the first season being like taking forever and having a really hard time getting its footing. Actually, like compared to not only any other Star Trek series, but just about any other TV series in general. I mean, imagine if the first season of MacGyver was, as comparatively bad as Next Generation was, or the first season of. I mean, it wasn't. Awesome.
I've not seen an episode of MacGyver.
You've never? Oh my god!
I mean, I kind of have, but I was more of a Stargate fan.
We are doing MacGyver episodes. It's happening. Highway 47 is going to do MacGyver. If it's streaming on Hulu, which I think it is. Anyway, point being that there aren't a lot of TV series that have as bad of a first season as Next Generation and get the chance to make it up later.
And then there's TV series that have a great first season, but the network screws it up and cancels them anyway.
Yeah.
Which we still need to do that.
Yep. Every sci-fi series on Fox. Yeah. Firefly and yeah. Yep.
We need to do Firefly.
We do. Firefly, MacGyver.
I think we should. We said we were going to do Firefly after the Orville, and then we had to take a break for life, and
yeah,
we kind of we fell off the wagon, so to say.
We did.
We need to get back on that wagon.
Went back to the chateau and wrote our memoirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not at all what we did.
We're not quite to doing 2 episodes a week, but I think we're 3 weeks in now.
We are. 1 a week is suiting my schedule, and that is a discussion that the people don't need to hear. Speaking of the people, Dracofunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thrilled to look at our YouTube channel earlier today and notice that our subscriber count has almost doubled in the past week.
That is a thing.
Yeah, in fact, I looked through our analytics. We had 7 more subscribers on a week ago today, which was last Friday, the 7th of February, which is when the commentary for episode 1 posted. So we're doing things that are relevant to what the kiddies are liking. All dozen and a half or so.
See, we're on the trend of when these episodes are coming out, and
yeah. So if you're new to listening to us, then enjoy it.
And we're looking forward. Shaggy B's finally looking forward to the next episode again.
I legitimately am into this. I want to see it. I want to see episode 4. I do. I'll admit it.
You heard it, people.
Yeah. Don't let me down.
Don't let me down.
Well, with that said, thank you all for joining us tonight, whenever you watch this for Star Trek Picard. We will see you on episode 4 next week.
And we will watch the next episode with absolute candor.
100% candor, yes.
Absolute. Not
absolute.
100%. Absolute.
Send your best wishes to Skrodrick. He is having... he's all right, but there are some major health issues going on in his family, and he's taking care of his people.
And we wish him all the best. Skrodrick, we're all thinking of you.
And thank you to our supporter who is allowing these commentaries to happen for Star Trek Picard going forward. So keep it real, everybody.
Good night.